This is the real story of The Conjuring. In 2013, the movie The Conjuring was released, and it was based on the true story of the Perron family who experienced demonic paranormal activity in their new home in Harrisville, Rhode Island. In the movie, Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga played paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, who were called in to help the family when all else failed. But how much of the story was actually real? Well, let's find out. The Warrens were a husband and wife team of paranormal investigators and authors who specialized in cases involving demonic possessions. They had a reputation for being controversial figures because of their strong religious beliefs and claims that they had successfully helped people who were possessed by demons. Whether or not you believe in demons, possession and ghosts is up to you. But what is not up for debate is that there really were a family in Rhode Island who experienced some seriously terrifying stuff. The Perron family moved into their farmhouse in Harrisville, Rhode Island in 1970. The family consisted of parents George and Kathy and their 5 daughters, Andrea, Nancy, Christine, Cindy, and April. The family had been living in an apartment after their home had burned down in a suspicious fire, and they were excited to finally have a new place to live. After moving in, things started to get strange. At first, it was just little things like doors opening and closing on their own and objects moving around. But then more intense things started to happen, like shaking beds, rocking chairs, and even interacting with family members. The family said that they felt a strong presence in the house, like someone was always watching them. As time went on, the paranormal activity became more intense. The family started hearing voices and footsteps, and they began to feel physically sick when they were in the house. It got so bad that the family had to leave and stay in a hotel. When the family returned to their home, they found that their belongings had been destroyed and their home had been vandalized. They also found out that their new home had a dark history. The home had once belonged to a witch named Bathsheba Sherman. Sherman was accused of using black magic to harm her neighbors, and she was eventually hanged for her crimes. The Perron family was understandably freaked out by this discovery, but they refused to let it deter them from living in their home. In 1971, the Perron family contacted the Society for Psychic Research and asked for help. The SPR sent 2 paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren, to the family's home to try and determine what was going on. The Warrens were experienced paranormal investigators, and they had a reputation for being able to handle the most extreme cases. Upon arriving at the family's home, the Warrens began to investigate. They interviewed the family members, and they examined the house for any signs of paranormal activity. They also used various tools and techniques to try and communicate with any spirits that may be present. The Warrens concluded that the Perron family home was indeed haunted and that the ghost of Bathsheba Sherman was responsible for the paranormal activity. They also believed that Sherman was using the family's youngest daughter, April, as a vessel for her spirit. According to the Warrens, Bathsheba Sherman was a very powerful witch, and she was not happy that the family had moved into her home. She had been lying dormant for many years, but she became active again when the family moved in. Sherman wanted to use April as a vessel so that she could possess the child's body and wreak havoc on the family. The Warrens claimed that they were able to communicate with Sherman's ghost, and they told her that she could not use April's body. This angered Sherman, and she became even more active, causing more paranormal activity and terrorizing the family. In order to protect April, the Warrens performed an exorcism on the young girl. The exorcism was a dangerous and risky procedure, but it was necessary to save April from Sherman's grasp. During the exorcism, the Warrens recited prayers and Holy Scripture while they commanded Sherman's ghost to leave April's body. The room became very dark and the temperature dropped dramatically. There was also a struggle between the Warrens and Sherman's ghost, and it seemed like Sherman was not willing to give up without a fight. However, eventually Sherman's ghost was forced to flee, leaving April's body, and the Warrens emerged victorious. After the exorcism, April was freed from Sherman's control and the paranormal activity in the house stopped almost immediately. The Warrens were hailed as heroes and the Perron family was finally able to live in peace. However, some people believe that the story of The Conjuring is nothing more than a hoax. They claim that the Warrens made up the entire story in order to promote their books and movies. These people also point to the fact that there is no evidence that Bathsheba Sherman ever existed. However, there is some evidence that does suggest that Sherman may have been a real person. In 1884, a local newspaper reported that a woman named Bathsheba Sherman had been accused of witchcraft. The article also mentions that she was hanged, but this is disputed by other sources. Whether or not Bathsheba Sherman existed is still up for debate. But one thing that is not up for debate is that the Perron family experienced some truly terrifying events in their new home. As for the Warrens, they continued to investigate paranormal cases until their deaths. They wrote several books about their experiences and they also starred in several documentaries and TV shows. The Warrens' work has inspired countless paranormal investigators and they are considered to be pioneers in the field. So, is The Conjuring based on a true story? Well, yes and no. The events that took place in the Perron family home are definitely true, but the Warrens' involvement is disputed. Whether or not you believe in demons and possession is up to you. But what is not up for debate is that the Perron family experienced some seriously scary stuff in their new home. And if you're still not sure what to believe, maybe it's best to keep an open mind. After all, there are some things in this world that we simply can't explain. And I think this is one of those cases. The story of The Conjuring is a chilling tale of demonic possession and paranormal activity. The case of the Perron family is one of the most famous in history and has inspired countless books, movies, and TV shows. Whether or not you believe in demons and possession is up to you. But one thing that is not up for debate is that the Perron family experienced some seriously scary stuff in their new home. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Also, please share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. I would love to hear what you think about The Conjuring and whether or not you believe it as based on a true story. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Here are some other videos you might enjoy. The Enfield Poltergeist, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and the Amityville Horror. Let's get started. The Conjuring universe is a horror franchise that is based on the cases investigated by paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The first film, The Conjuring, was released in 2013 and was based on the true story of the Perron family. The film was a critical and commercial success, earning over $319 million worldwide against a production budget of $20 million. The film's success led to the creation of a shared universe, which includes 7 films. The Conjuring universe has received mixed reviews from critics, but fans of the franchise continue to grow. Some of the most popular films in the franchise include The Nun, The Curse of La Llorona, and Annabelle Comes Home. The franchise has also spawned several spin-off films, including the Annabelle series and The Nun. The future of the franchise is uncertain, but fans are hoping for more films to be announced.